Welcome everybody for Saturday Trading. My name is Steve Kuchin. I'm a holistic health practitioner here in San Diego, California. Mainly, I just wanted to get into this thing about what we're actually doing here on this planet. You know, this whole thing, what we're going through in our lives out there. You know, there's a lot of suppression of our freedoms and so forth, you know, because of something we can't see. When you take a look at it, when you're kind of penned up into your house, you look at, you know, what am I going to be doing in my life? What am I going to be achieving in my life? You know, what am I here for? Am I here just to feed my face and get fat, or sit on the couch and watch TV? I mean, what is your end purpose? And my wonderful wife, she has her own MLM business, and she gives me a lot of tips and stuff like that. She's one of my best mentors, and I'd like to share something with you here. If I can find that page here. Yeah, this is out of the book called Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, of the Millionaire Mind. Okay, this is coming from page 74, and this is by the author T. Harv Eker. Okay, and it says here, but hear this: your life is not just about you. It's also about contributing to others. It's about living true to your mission and reason for being here on this earth at this time. It's about adding your piece of the puzzle to the world. Most people are so stuck in their egos, most people are so stuck in their egos that everything revolves around me, and more me. But if you want to be rich in the true sense of the word, you cannot only be about you. It has to include adding value to other people's lives. One of the greatest inventors and philosophers of our time, Buckminster Fuller, said, "The purpose of our lives is to add value to the people of this generation and those that follow." We each came to this earth with natural talents, things we're naturally good at. These gifts were given to you for a reason, to use and share with others. Research shows that the happiest people are those who use their natural talents to the utmost. Part of your mission in life then must be to share your gifts and value with as many people as possible. That means being willing to play big. Do you know the definition of entrepreneur? The definition we use in our programs is a person who solves problems for people at a profit. That's right. An entrepreneur is nothing more than a problem solver. So I ask you, would you rather solve problems for more people or fewer people? If you replied more, then you need to start thinking bigger and decide to help massive numbers of people, thousands, even millions. The byproduct is that the more people you help, the richer you become, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and definitely financially. Make no mistake, every person on this planet has a mission. If you're living right now, there's a reason for it. Richard Bach, in his book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, is asked, "How will I know when I've completed my mission?" The answer: if you are still breathing, you're not done. What I have witnessed is so many people not doing their job, not fulfilling their duty, or dharma as it is called in Sanskrit. I watch too many people playing far too small, and too many people allowing their fear-based ego selves to rule them. The result is that too many of us are not living up to our full potential in terms of our own lives and contribution to others. It comes down to this: if not you, then who? Again, everyone has his or her unique purpose. Maybe you're a real estate investor and buy properties to rent them out and make money on cash flow and appreciation. What's your mission? How do you help? There's a good chance you add value to community by helping families find affordable housing they may not otherwise be able to find. Now, the answer is, how many families and people can you assist? Are you willing to help 10 instead of 1, 20 instead of 10, 100 instead of 20? This is what I mean by playing big. In her wonderful book, A Return to Love, author Marianne Williamson puts it this way: you're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. The world doesn't need more people playing small. It's time to stop hiding out and start stepping out. It's time to stop needing and start leading. It's time to start sharing your gifts instead of hoarding them or pretending they don't exist. It's time to start playing the game of life in a big way. So I thought that was kind of appropriate to what we're doing here. We have the most fantastic product on the planet that can help a body recuperate and get back to homeostasis. We have products that enhance mobility, enhance mental clarity, enhance especially the immune system. Now, I just want to change gears now, and I want to talk about what we have. A new advent in our product is our bracelet, our Aalere bracelet, which is I'm very excited. Is going to be shipped on Monday or Tuesday. Yay! Yay! So this thing is going to be actually a game changer. Actually, this is one thing I forgot to do. I'm going to do it next. This here. The statements made in this presentation have not been evaluated by the FDA. Nothing in this presentation should be construed as diagnosing, prescribing, or treating disease. It is presented for education only. We must legally warn you that if you are ill, have any disease, are pregnant or nursing, you should consult your medical doctor before attempting any natural or herbal program. Our bracelet, Aalere. Okay, so not only we have the best bracelet on the planet to protect against 5G, our bracelet is actually an antioxidant bracelet. Well, let me explain. So what we imbue into the bracelet is frequencies which help our immunity of our body. Now, these frequencies are very subtle and they don't have to be huge frequencies, but these frequencies, we've been testing the bracelet and we have had the results. Instead of being out of 10 is another scale, the results are 11. And this is really, we're going to be actually doing clinical trials in beautiful Ukraine. We have a doctor who's been on our youth crystals for the last 6 months, has fantastic results, and he's going to have, he's actually in charge of 200 doctors, a 200 doctor hospital there. So we're going to do it with across multidiscipline. We're going to have our testing done, okay? Here we have is this advent of this 5G. What is this all about? Well, listen, before Thomas Edison, we had not a problem with this electromagnetic type frequencies, but when Thomas Edison invented electricity and it came into our houses, it started to produce these things that weren't in our existence before. Imagine that. Just a short little while, the advent of electricity caused an inundation on our genome, on our microbiome, these frequencies which are aberrant, which are not made for our bodies. Our bodies withstood all these, well, actually, our bodies create these things called ROS, reactive oxygen species. And what the heck is that? Well, it's in simple terms, it's a free radical. It's an actual free radical that the body creates in the mitochondria. That's the energy producing cells of your body. And these free radicals are not all bad because they're also necessary in order to signal proteins, in order to signal other parts of our body, in order to signal organ system and alert things that are going on in our body. It's a communication system. So we don't have to destroy all the ROS. That would be a disaster for our immune system, right? But we have to have ROS in balance. Prior to the advent of electricity, there was actually ROS was created by waves is from the sun. And we have, of course, an atmosphere around the planet that protects us from gamma rays from the sun, harmful radiation and that type of stuff, right? So when electricity was introduced, this was the kicker for us. We probably didn't have any effects in our body, and you probably, if you graph the time we got electricity at the time of like diseases start to form existence, was probably with the advent of these radio waves and things like that. And there's been a lot of research done by this. If you want to really get a really good insight, there's a really good technical video. Her name is Doris Lowe, Doris, and then Lou. If you want to Google her on YouTube, she has a fantastic dissertation about this. She is so awesome. Very technical, so have a good dictionary when you do that, right? So now we have right now 2G, 3G, and some places maybe 4G. Now 2G and 3G. Now this here is going to be the advent of 5G. 5G is 15,000 times the intensity of 2 and 3G. 15,000 times. Now what happens is this with this aberrant frequencies like our cell phone, for example, it changes the microbiome. It actually changes of the cell. They've even done tissues on fetuses, and their brain, actually molecular structure, of course this is on animal tissue, has actually changed. And it's very, very important to get a handle on this and have our bodies protected from this. Anyways, Dr. Deborah Davis, she is another person you can Google on YouTube or look up on YouTube. She's a toxicologist. She's a PhD. She is so astute in this area. So imagine this. So we get towers that are sending signal down to these 5G receptors, and then these 5G receptors, the transmission little units, they're going to be like for every third lamppost next to your house, next on building complexes, these are going to be put up. And then of course, there's some kind of dumb people want to even make satellites go worldwide and transmit this 5G worldwide, so we're actually blanketed. For why? Just because we want to have faster internet, right? Oh, my internet's not fast enough. I gotta have it faster, right? So I mean, this is really dumb, because what's going to happen is it's going to destroy plants. It's going to destroy. I mean, there's even pictures of documentation of trees defoliaging their leaves, right? Insects, bees, they've done a study on bees having how 5G will affect, like telephones affect bee populations. If we destroy our bees, there goes our food chain. And this is an absolute disaster, right? Even at football games and stuff like that, we're inundated with these frequencies, right? Football games, everywhere we go, especially like telephone frequencies are like microwave frequencies. They are microwave frequencies, and especially if you're in an elevator, when you're going into an elevator, put your cell phone on airplane mode, because otherwise it's bouncing through that box and bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to find a tower, because I don't know how many times per second, but it's looking for a tower. Oh, where's my tower? Where's my tower? Oh, there it is. Thank you. There's my tower. There's my tower. There's my tower. That's the way it works, right? So if you're in an enclosed area, like in the train or something, put yourself on airplane mode, please. So otherwise, you're like nuking yourself, right? This advent of this harmful radiation, right, is going to be all around us, and it's going to be all around our children and our grandchildren. And people, the sick curve is going to start increasing exponentially. So Josh was really alarmed by this, and he said, I really didn't want to get into the jewelry business, but this is actually a good way. I mean, we have that RF EMF protection in our crystals already, right? But okay, you take them, and then that RF EMF protection lasts as long as those crystals are evident there. Of course, in our gels, the gels, unless you wash them off, the frequencies still stay there. And it's really, really good for that. But he wanted to have an overall body protection, so we're in a dome of protection. And so that's why he created the bracelet for us, right? Our wonderful bracelet here is going to help us with protection against 5G, EMF, RF. You could wear this 24/7, right? We're going to have this in two forms, in this form and also the adjustable form, where you can take the links out and put the links in, right? And this is going to be, when people get this and find out how effective this is, we're not going to be able to keep them on our shelves. I'm going to tell you, we're going to run out. And we're going to just have to ramp it up, buy more, ramp it up, buy more, ramp it up, sell them, buy more. Shelves will be empty, and that's the way this is going to run. And we're going to ramp it up until we're going to have millions of this product out in the market, including the youth crystals, which create collagen, right? Collagen creates the beautiful villi in your intestinal tract. 80% of your immune system is right there, right? So anybody that has to need repair or something, so we're actually 80% of the immune system in your alimentary canal, in your digestive tract. We got two things, just these two things, plus the gels to protect ourselves, right? Plus to make all our women look prettier and younger. Women like that. Men like it too. You know, we don't admit it, but we like it too. So, and it looked lean, mean, muscle machines. We're going to make everybody look gorgeous, protect everybody. We're going to grow this business. But we just have to share our products and get everybody into the framework of this. As I began this call, it's not about you. It's about utilizing your gifts that you have to your full potential. And you know what gifts those are. Everybody is, that's the beauty of us. We're all made in special ways. Some are better architects, some are better administrators, some are better accountants, you know, some are better speakers or healers, you know. And look at the products we have, you know. Ray Donnelly, for example, with his sugar values going down. The same thing with William Bowles. How about Dr. Ernie Panza, over 30 years in the industry? We helped him with his issues. You know, his blood work came back fantastic. You know, Dr. Shelby, you know, she had a high blood pressure, is one of our testimonies, right? A medical doctor who is actually working right now on the front lines, helping the hospitals and stuff like that, where she works at. She's a trauma surgeon. We have all these walks of life are being helped and assisted with our products, right? All we have to do is share, tap into your own potential, tap into what you're gifted as an individual, right? And grow and expand. And sometimes it could be uncomfortable. But you think this is not uncomfortable for me? This is uncomfortable as hell. I'm a practitioner. I'm not a Zoom dude, you know. So listen, guys, we just got to get outside the box, get out there. Our little core group can grow into hundreds and then thousands and then tens of thousands of people. So I just want to wrap this up and thank you very much for your time, and please share this video with those people that you love and care for, and God bless.